What's up, everybody? It is me, Kyra, and I am back with another video. And today's video, I'm going to be basically talking to you guys about my budget for July. I know I missed June. My June was slightly like that. It was hectic. I went to my hometown, went back to Chicago, visited for about a week, left my son out there so he could stay out there for the summer, and came back, getting into my new position. So I've been resting and trying to figure out life in Arizona by myself, which is kind of difficult because I don't feel like I have a lot to do or enough to do to keep me occupied. I've been doing some writing and doing some brainstorming on some different ideas for my blog and my channel and all of that stuff. So I'm back, and my goal is to be consistent. So you guys gotta hold me accountable for that. Anyway, so today's video, I'm gonna give you guys my budget, my single mom budget for July. Of course, I'm gonna be doing some shopping for school supplies and all of that stuff, so that's gonna be included in my budget. But another thing that I wanted to do is talk to you guys about is my goals, not only for July but also for the rest of the year, because of course this is, well, I'm recording this in June, but July, from the next half of the year, I have some goals that I'm trying to work on. So I'm going to get into that first, and then I'm going to do my budget. So the first goal that I really want to focus on is getting my debt. I said to half my debt. I have about $7,000 worth of debt right now. I have an IRS debt. I built my debt back up, and that's going to be another video about emotional spending and some stuff, some wrench that's been thrown in my gears for my debt payoff. But I have not too much debt. To some people it may be a lot, but to some people I know that there's a lot more. But I'm focusing more so on my consumer debt and figuring out what I'm going to do with my student loan debt, because it's actually past the what is that, the time where my debt's basically defaulted like almost 10 years ago. So it's outside of the window for them to actually kind of hound me to collect it. But of course, they're still trying to collect their money because I owe them, right? And I have to figure out how much I actually owe. So that's going to be set to the side. But I want to focus my goals right now on my consumer debt and save my student loan debt for a little bit later, when I kind of start figuring out how much I owe and all of that stuff. Back on topic. My goal right now is to kind of half by the end of the year. Hopefully I'll be able to cut my debts in half. And another thing that I do want to do is I want to start to look into investing in stock and doing some investing. So that's another goal that I have. I'm looking into some different stocks and bonds and different like mutual funds and things like that I can't actually invest in. Another thing that I want to do, and I think that right now I want to work on starting a couple of sinking funds, one of them being a travel sinking fund, because I do want to get into traveling a little bit more throughout the year, not just by myself, but also with my son. And of course, when he travels back and forth to Chicago, when we travel back and forth to Chicago, my parents come out here to visit, I have designated funds to help with those travel expenses. And that's a couple of things that I want to do. But my focus right now is I have my $1,000. I know I told you guys like 1 month worth of income for the miniature micro emergency fund, but I feel like I kind of messed myself up knowing that it was there, and I kind of overspent and dipped into my savings, which is, well, my emergency fund. But right now, because I have a little bit more debt than I had earlier on I had earlier on in May, I have a little bit more debt, so I kind of want to pay those debts off and then focus on maybe re-establishing a little bit more into my my emergency fund, but definitely paying off my car note, which is a little bit under $6,000. So that's good, because at the beginning of the year I was about $10,000 in consumer debt. But yeah, those are a couple of my goals for the end of the year. So this month I really want to focus on paying off. I have a debt with the IRS, which I just got with a couple months. No, I got it at the end of May, early June. So I have to pay that off, and it's about $900. You'll see my breakdown on my budget for the month of July. And then I have my credit card debt that I kind of racked up out of emotional spending, and then of course my car note, which is under $200 a month, but I try to put more towards it so that I can pay it off. I have knocked a year off of my car note already, so that is great, but I really want to knock the rest of the time off as much as I possibly can. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this portion of the video. Just to give you guys a couple of items that I want to work on for this month, not just this month, but also over the next month, few months. Oh, and another thing I really need to work on, my goal for July, is definitely using my cash envelopes. I did not use them last month. I do want to use my cash envelopes, and then actually starting a separate bank account for items that I purchase online, because of course, like many people, I do a lot of online shopping. And if I get a hair online, get my glasses, I do purchase my glasses online, some clothing or things for the house, and having that set to the side, and maybe open up another sinking fund specifically for certain things that I want to buy. But that is another thing that I have to work on, is actually using my cash envelopes that me and Bugs created in the last cash envelope video. So I want to do that definitely. So yeah, let me stop rambling, let me stop talking, and I will get to my budget for July 2019. Okay, you guys, so for my budget for July 2019, the way I set it up is, as you can see at the top, I have my income, which is more of an estimate. It's I estimated it to be $2,548, because last month I didn't get the full paycheck because I was out of town for the month of June and May, so it kind of trickled over to my payment for in June. So what I estimated that I will be making is $2,548, and I list my budget at the top categories is bills, the amount due, the actual amount paid, and then the plus minus. So that column is more so like if I overpaid or underpaid, and that is basically calculated off the amount due, and then of course the actual amount paid. So I basically go according to categories. So the first category is basically household bills, such as rent. My rent is $9.88. My APS, which is the light bill out here in Arizona, is $100, and that's sort of like a generic amount because it fluctuates. My phone bill is $42. My Netflix is $15.25, which is another one that kind of fluctuates. If you have Netflix, you know that amount can fluctuate some cents, or maybe $1 or $2. And then I have the internet, which is $55.86, and that is basically my monthly household expenses. My water and other utilities are basically included in my rent, so I don't have to pay. Light is not, because everything out here is basically electric, but my water and pests and all of that stuff, it's included in my rent. And it actually went up from the last time, because I just recently renewed my lease, and it went up from $939 to $988. And you're going to see a couple things on my budget this month that was a little bit more than it was in May. So this month, because I'm here by myself, my groceries, which is in the category of food, which usually I have groceries in the restaurant, but I really don't want to go eat. I don't want to go eat out. I don't want to go out to eat. I'm going to try my best to focus on the groceries and use $75 for my groceries for the month of July, since it's just me. And the next category is more so lifestyle. I didn't list it on the side like I did last time, but I'm just going to tell you the categories. Lifestyle, so that includes health, self-care, clothing, pedicures, manicures, and things like that. So my gym membership this month is going to be $29.99, because I'm going to cancel the kids club membership, which is an additional $15 this month, and then reinstate it in August, just so I can save that $15. And then self-care, which is sort of like, I would say, like free money, or guilt-free money, if you will. That is going to be $60 for the month of July. And then for school, of course, out here in Arizona, school starts in August. In a lot of places, school starts in August, a little earlier than it used to start. So I'm going to, of course, be getting school clothes and uniforms. And I'm hoping to pay under $125, but this is including all of his clothes and all of his shoes as well, like underwear, socks, all of that. Hoping to spend less than $125, but we shall see. And then his tuition for after school program is $30 a month. So I actually want to put that to the side, and I want to pay that before August get here, so I know he has a spot in his after school program. So that category for my son is $155. And now it's on to my vehicle maintenance and just my vehicle expenses, my car expenses. So the first one is car insurance, which is about $105 a month right now. Before in May, and before I renew, it was about $93 a month. I'm not sure why it went up, but I'm gonna try and lowering that amount, because wherever I can save, I will definitely try to. My gas for the month of July, I am planning to spend about $125 on gas. Now granted, my car is not a gas guzzler. Technically, I use unleaded, so it doesn't really take too much money to fill my tank. And then so I'm trying to do about $25 a week for my gas for my car, but I give myself a little bit of extra money just for some cushion. For car wash, which is $16 a month, which is unlimited washes. So that was another thing that I actually forgot to mention in my May budget. And now onto the debts. My debt that I'm going to be paying, this is the debt that the amount that I'm going to be paying towards my debts in this section. My car note, which is with Capital One, it is $198.52. That is the amount that I'm supposed to pay every month for 60 months, but that's the amount that I'm going to be paying right now. And then the next bill is the IRS, which I'm going to be trying to put $300 towards. I owe them about $950 something, which I just recently found out at the end of May, early June. And then my credit card bill, which I just started to rack up some debt on that. I'm going to try my best to put $200 towards that bill. And now I'm going to calculate the amount that I'm going to be paying for my household expenses, and that's $1,767.10. And then the amount that I'm going to be putting towards my debts is $698.52. And based off of that total between the household expenses and the debts, minus the taking that away from my income of $25.48, the balance that I have left is $82.38. So I want to try and put that in my savings account. That may not work. I may actually use that and put it towards a debt. Or possibly do something with my son during the month of July when he comes home. But now I want to list my actual debt so you guys can see how much I owe right now for my consumer debt. Two of those debts is with Capital One, and the other one, of course, is with the IRS. So I have my car note, which is I have my car note, I have my credit card bill, and then I have my IRS bill. My car note is, I'm trying not to go too fast with this video so you guys can kind of keep up, and I feel like I'm either going behind or going too far ahead. But my car note is $5,858.85. My car notes, actually the car note debt that I have listed here is incorrect. I actually checked it, and it is, the corrected amount is $988.83, not $981.10. And then the IRS bill is $953.31. And so with that correction for the credit card bill, the credit card debt, it is currently sitting at $7,800.99. And that is the amount that I'm trying to cut in half by the end of this year. So that means I have to pay at least about $3,900 about to kind of have that. So I'm working on that. All right, you guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys was able to take some things from me. Yeah, I hope you guys were able to take some things from my video. I do have insurance. I do have health insurance. I have benefits because I recently got a permanent position at my place of employment. I believe I started in May as a full-time benefited employee, so I have benefits. So that is kind of like, if you guys looking at how the numbers are from last month, because not last month but May, it was $2,600, where this month it will be, for July, it'll be about a little bit less, about 100 to 200 less. I do get paid a little bit more by the hour, but I get paid less take home because of course I have benefits. I have my insurance that I'm paying for. So that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions like where's the insurance, I do have that in my paycheck. What else? I think that's pretty much it. I am going to put on hold savings and I'm going to put on hold putting anything into my savings account. Last time I tried to do that, it was a complete mess and I did not get to save anything. And then in the middle of this, in July, I'm going to give you guys, I may do a breakdown per paycheck, because last time I was doing it just overall, and I was getting paid every week when I was a temp, a contractor, but now we get paid bi-weekly. So if you want a video of how I break down my paychecks every week, or bi-weekly paychecks, then let me know, or I'll just provide that information to you all. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that the information was helpful. If you have any tips, tricks, suggestions that you think that maybe I can benefit from, or anyone in the community can benefit from, please let us know in the comments below. If I have anything, I use Every Dollar, which I'm going to be doing a report card later on halfway through this month. I'm going to give you guys an update on how my budget is going, just to keep myself accountable.